It's not fun to be cold, but it's not fun to suffer from unbearable heat either. In every team, there is always someone who is always blowing, even at 40 degrees, or someone who opens the windows when it is -20 outside. Disputes between people of cold and heat never stop, but let's finally decide what is better. Here we go. Both hot and cold weather are bad for our bodies. You can easily get sunstroke in the heat and frostbite in the cold. But let's see how the inhabitants of different countries of the world cope with the heat. The United Arab Emirates is a rather hot place, where the air in summer can reach up to 50 degrees Celsius. But Arabs got used to it and adapted. They have air conditioning in the premises and even at public transportation stops. And the locals have their own clothes. If we are used to undress in hot weather, they on the contrary wrap themselves in long, loose robes. These seemingly warm things completely close the body from the sun and create an air layer between the skin and the fabric, which protects from overheating. The Emirates have also learned how to create rain with the help of drones that electrocute clouds, thus provoking precipitation. But now let's see how people in the coldest places in the world cope. Yakutsk is a city where there is no subway or even subway passages because it is simply impossible to build them in the thick ice. The residents themselves say that they are just used to the cold and do not experience any special problems. Their bodies are reliably protected by warm clothes, and to protect their skin, people try to apply certain creams and balms. But traveling by car is not much easier than on foot. After all, if you stand in a car in the cold, the wheels can freeze solid, and over time they become as hard as stone. And if you shut off the engine in an unheated garage, you won't be able to start it until spring. But in Oymyakon, the coldest place on Earth, where the temperature reached almost 90 degrees, they eat mainly reindeer meat, which with the help of fats gives strength and warms the body during active digestion. It seems to me that cold is a more severe thing in terms of comfort. It is easier to cope in the heat. For example, you turn on the air conditioner or fan, take a cool shower, or eat something cool, and it immediately became easier. But in cold weather, of course, you will not make a fire in the apartment. But it's the 21st century, and many people have heating, and you can wrap up warmer if it's already cold, so it's a controversial topic. And yet, there are advantages to everything. The first association with heat that comes to mind is most likely swimming in the sea, lake, or river. Ice cream, cool lemonades, fresh fruit, all this would not bring any pleasure if there was no hot weather. And in frosty winter, you can play snowballs, go skiing, skating, snowboarding, build igloos, and in general, I think a huge advantage of winter in the absence of insects that are constantly trying to suck your blood. And of course, the place where there is constant frost is Antarctica. Yes, there are cute penguins and seals living there, and also scientists who are equipped with cool equipment against the frost from hell. But on vacation, most of us go to the sea. After all, everyone likes to bathe in warm water and lie on a sandy beach. There is no single answer in the choice between heat and cold, because people living in the northern regions associate heat with opportunities for recreation, and people who prefer cold are mainly engaged in winter sports and just love winter. But let's vote in the comments and decide for ourselves what is better.